It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Corral going to throw right away. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First down. Here's Corral with it. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 46. Corral going to bootleg it. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Well, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has. But really, it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Steps away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Here's Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical, and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
First and 10, Taylor now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Give up the middle to Akers. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Corral. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Meanwhile, Corral's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing here, Corral. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
How many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Cedric Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Alvin Kamara, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback in this half.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Corral looking to throw it. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 94 yards.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Alec Pierce, the intended receiver,
and it's 3rd and 4.
Searching 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Corral.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up the 2nd down in just a couple. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders.
Corral lost it. The ball is out.
And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
2nd and 10, Corral again.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Corral on 3rd and goal.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field Winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a down set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and he picked up the first down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that was certainly
touchdown Panthers.
Kyle Pitts,
a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.